Hi everyone, it's Sean again, and today we are introducing the new Zhiyun Weebill 2. Let's check out the test footage first. Right, so under the hood, this gimbal has several changes. Firstly, it sports a new Infineon chip which predicts movements and smoothens the footage. If you are an old Zhiyun user, you will naturally feel the difference in terms of responsiveness. The gimbal is now also made of metal and very nice engineering plastics with a nice rubbery grip below. It's a step up and actually feels very similar in terms of build quality to the RS2 which I have here. And obviously the biggest difference now is this 2.88 flip-out screen. It's a touch screen and it has manual control. When you use it with an optional transmitter, you can get the camera image in there as well. Controls have all been moved to the left, no more accidental triggering, but it's not so friendly for left-handers. The new mode button here is a little odd, but you can get used to it with some use. And this very nice front button is now exclusively for resetting the position. But when you press and hold, it goes into POV mode. In order to go into suspend mode, you have to double press this oddly positioned power button. And if you press and hold a little, you can also turn off the LCD screen. Gimbal arm locks are now very nice. It's very solid, no more wriggling when you rock. Now the grip, this is another big change. You now have a built-in battery and it can last 9 hours and be fully charged in 1.6 hours with a 24-watt PD charger. You can still control the camera, but you can only control one parameter that is pre-selected via this dial. The mounting has also been changed. There's no more quick release. It comes with a Manfrotto or optional Aka Swiss that, sorry, not optional, it comes with it. But you no longer have a quick release. But you can solve that problem with a third-party quick release plate. And lastly, it also comes with a nice bag for the combo kit and up. The bag size is pretty similar to the RS2 bag size actually. Right, my impressions. At first look, it looks quite similar to the old Weebill S. But when you turn out that flip screen, that's what makes a big difference. I would say this new swipe GUI is very easy to use and very quick for navigation. I pretty much like it. The screen is extremely bright. In fact, it's so bright that I wish that they would give us an option to dim it in the future with a firmware update. The next thing being the weight. This is the thing that attracted me to the previous Weebill S. But this now has grown to nearly 1.5 kilos, which is quite a bummer for me. Because previously it was around 1.1 kilo. But that said, it now has a much better build. And when you look at it, I'm sure this will last longer. So I guess it's kind of a trade-off for that solid build. The saving grace though is this very well designed sling handle. So as you can see here, you can, it comes with a quick release. And when you use it with a new redesigned grip, it is actually very, very solid. And this grip handle is just so light as compared to the third-party one from Small Rig, for example. Now, point to note, if you fully rig up the build, like this one, also has a sling handle, the weight difference is about 300 grams. So this is heavier. So I would say that to me, this is on the borderline of being heavy, just around there, but it's still acceptable for a day of work. Performance-wise, obviously, it's a lot more powerful than the old Weebill S. It's now rated for close to 4 kilos, about 500 grams less than the RS2. From the footage, I'll say they are very similar. Really don't get much micro jitters now. The only difference though, out of the box, I find that the pen performance is a little laggy, but with some tuning, it's actually very similar to the RS2. So I'm very happy that it's possible to have such similar performance. In terms of function-wise, when you scroll through the screen, you realize that it also has time-lapse and motion-lapse options. In fact, there's not much need to access the app any longer, unless you want to use the active tracking or go into calibration mode. It even comes with a balance check function, and this is great for people who are using cameras with no level indicators. There are also 7 modes of operations as shown here. Finally, the price. There are 4 package options, but I think at the 949 Sing dollar combo kit is the best deal. It comes with the sling grip, this one, and also the bag. In comparison to the RS2, if you need to top up money for this small rig handle, this is really nice too, you will find that the price difference adds up to about nearly 180 Sing dollars. So you're actually getting a similar deal for less here. But as with all products, there are cons. The main disappointment for me is that the Weebill 2 cannot handle wider cameras like the C70 or the Blackmagic Pocket cameras without counterweights. And the reason being, the side-to-side adjustment is actually here. But if you look at it, this tray is actually even wider than the RS2. But the problem being, the side-to-side adjustment is limited to this arm. There is no adjustment at the yoke. So the only way is really to mount a huge counterbalance here. The second thing that bothers me is really the fixed battery grip. Although this lasts 9 hours is pretty much enough for me, but you know, if you are out traveling or somewhere remote, it would be nice to have a replaceable battery, and it can also be shorter for even more compact storage and nice compact accessories. But that said, it is possible to run this off a power bank. But I mean, when I look at it, I'm just thinking of a position where to mount the power bank. In conclusion, if you are looking for something reliable for your mirrorless camera, the Weebill 2 is definitely a worthy contender. The price is at a good position. For that price and the reliability that you get, the performance plus local after-sales support, I think this is definitely worth considering. But if you have larger cameras like the C70 or the Blackmagic Pocket, then I'll say look elsewhere. So I hope this has been useful. Please consider subscribing. Till the next time, bye bye.